watching Try to Farm Guy, and today we are harvesting.
Got that, all the stuff's out, 2 combines.
Yep. It was September 12th we started this field, and it's going pretty good.
This hill's really dry.
Yeah.
You gotta slow down on the side hills since all the corn goes to one side of the combine. So if you go too fast or get too much corn going, it'll go out the back.
Yeah.
We go pretty slow on the side hill.
Great view up here. We have the bean field over there.
We only have 30 acres right in this field.
Yeah. We should get a little bit knocked out today. So
there you can see out there.
And then we have another beautiful view.
Sometimes we have hardly an ear on this hill. I mean, this is pretty good.
Later, probably.
Yeah, harvesting. Just in case I run out. That'll make it front go down. Right here. Got it opened up a little more. Got that over there. It's pretty dry out here. The end rows, we came in from another field with a planter and had some seed on it that was wetter, so the end rows were a little wet and whatnot. And had the end rows up this end were just really wet for some reason. Even the corn that wasn't left in the planter, but with that, and like one round we made, I think that was like 19%, but that ain't terrible. There's guys that'll go up to 22, 3, but we like to keep it under 20 for sure. So you gotta pay drying more, higher percent, the more drying you gotta pay. So I think we have another field that's even drier than this, but there's a huge hill up there, and the corn's starting to fall over. I mean, it's not really falling over, but it's really dead. And so I've seen some corn falling over, so it's definitely good we're getting that out. But the next field we'll go to is probably gonna be a lot drier than this, I'm guessing. But everything's going good. We got everything figured out, so that's good. We got everything tested out. It's always nice being able to go out and get everything started early to make sure we don't have nothing else to fix. So as you can see, that's really green. So we'll probably come back and harvest this in a couple weeks, 3 weeks. Depends on how much more corn we harvest that's more ready. But, and then this field over here is the field I think is drier over at that far end. There's a number that's pretty dry. Some people just plant one number in a whole field, but we like trying different things and whatnot. So good sign when they grain. One way to tell if it's really wet, it won't, see how it's kind of like flowing well down. If it's really, really wet, it'll mound up and have like a tiny mound at the top, and it won't really slide down. So that's one way to tell if it's really, really wet. If it was drier than this, it even slide down even more, but as you can tell, it ain't too terribly wet just based on that. So I've had it to where it really mounds up on top, but I think it'll be under, hopefully that's under 19. If it was 18%, that'd be perfect. It's the 14th of September, I think, so along the road, we sprayed fungicide on this field, so it'll be a little wetter than if we didn't spray any fungicide. It'd really be dry, because along the road the airplane can't get as close as the power lines right there. Along the road was like 16-17%, but I think in these rows out here, I think the first 20-30 acres probably is going to be around that 17-18% mark. We did 30 acres over at the other field and yesterday and today. That was around 18, so harvest is pretty much here, so. This one, Dad's place, where my grandpa used to live. Got Devastators on. They're down there rolling. Can't really see them that well, but they're down there. There it is, right there. It's really doing a good job of. I recommend anyone that doesn't have anything for stalk stompers, or even if you have a chopping corn head, not even stompers or this, I think this really does a great job breaking the stock, and it's going to make it rot a lot quicker and save wear on the tires. You know, we've never had anything before, so it'll be interesting to see if we notice our tire wear goes down. But our other corn head doesn't have them, so I guess those tires will still get beat up. But got them on this one, just testing them out. So probably next year, if we really like them so far. So I wouldn't doubt if we put them on the other corn head. About 18%. It's pretty good for this early. We've done, 21% as some of our first stuff. We've been finding some pretty dry corn to do, so it's been staying around 240, anywhere from 220, 240. It's been doing pretty good. I think we did 30 acres in a field and another 30, so 60 altogether. And I don't know what the other 30 did, but I think one of our fields had a huge hill on it. Corn normally isn't as good. I think that did like around 220, around 230. So that's really good. So for that hill, I'm sure people this year are going to be getting some fields averaging above 250. I wouldn't be surprised. In some places they got a good rain, but kind of exciting to see what kind of yields we'll see. But beans, I don't know how good they'll be, but they kind of got hurt. We got a lot of heat. They kind of got hurt towards the end of the season, so guess we'll see how those turn out. At least we have no wind. I'll take anything over having wind damage and hail, so. Haven't had any breakdowns since the first day, so it's going pretty good. Knock on wood. I think we have one more field after this, and then I think a lot of the fields that we started into, we think will be getting dry next week, so yeah. We're out here harvesting by town. Got both combines out. We had a storm last night, and then that kind of knocked over some of the corn on the outside because there's no end rows to protect it. Oh, we're getting full. This will be the first field that we'll complete. I think it's about 40 acres, so we'll have like 100 to 130 acres done within the first week or two of harvest. So normally the first week or so it's just patches here and there, unless you plant a whole field of one number, but we normally don't do that. For beans we will, but for corn we'll be a little bit more. Corn's a lot more expensive and stuff, so we like trying different things. And beans we just normally will plant. I mean, sometimes we'll plant a couple numbers in one field, but you don't really like to do that because you can go out there and combine, and one bean will be tougher than the other or a little bit more green, and it's just not fun running in the green beans. So it makes combining, especially with the auger head, not fun. So we just have a little bit left to do there, and that it's going pretty well. Here's an example of the Devastator compared to this head. That's this head, and that's the Devastator. So you can really tell. Some fields might not rip this year. Might try disking and whatnot, because that kind of worked out well last year. And it's not really wet, and we're not packing that much, so normally we'll rip if it's really wet out and we're packing and making big ruts and stuff all over the field. Yeah, we'll work the field, and because my dad doesn't like planting in the packed ground because the disc won't break that up. And beans, you don't have to. You only plant those not as deep as corn. It's not as critical, but we still don't like to plant beans in the hard packed ground, even though some obviously have to that are just no-till, but that's how we think anyways. And you'll see right at the end, I don't know if there's just a little bit of corn blown down, not much. See, most of this right here we can combine both. See, there's just an area right there, just got a little blown over, so that's why we have to combine that one way. We have to come at it this way to help pick it up, so yeah. I don't know where my dad is. He took another grain cart. That's about full. The combines are full. I can make one more round, but come on, Dad. Well, it's about 8 o'clock, somewhere in there, and finishing up the first field of the year, so might be a little bit more than 40 acres. Got her all done. Nice sunset, too. We're out here. We're out here harvesting and down in the silo farm field. It's been doing pretty good, this bottom ground. some people, you know, might have 300, 200, it might be like 300 bushel an acre, but generally that'll just be for a certain area. Like this field, the whole field ain't gonna, it's just gonna be certain really good areas of the field that'll pop up 300 or whatnot, but the hill in this field did like 230 something, I think 225, 230, maybe a little above 230, but yeah. What matters is the average yield, so. But definitely like to see places in the field that do that well, because it'll kind of help make up for the bad places or worse. But we'll have this field done hopefully by the end of the week or so. Or we're doing beans right now. We got like I said, we had a guy come out and help, so that really sped that process up. Yeah, it's going pretty well. It's getting dry and dusty. Here's, for example, you can see there's a hill right there, a hill there, and like a big hill right there, so it's kind of cool to see throughout the field. And then right here it's just all flat, and then you can tell where the nice flat ground is compared to the hills and stuff. And then the end rows over there are normally bad. We drive on them a lot, just not really good ground, and yeah, but generally pretty happy. So